Queen's Park Rangers 2, Wrexham 3. Let's talk about it. I'm going to try and do this as quick as possible. Obviously, I am absolutely gutted. Weekend ruiner. But let's talk about the players. So I'm going to go through all the players from the QPR's side of things. And I will tell you how I feel. And I'd love to know, fellow QPR fans, how do you feel as well? So Joe Walsh, I like him. I think he's a great player. I think he's a great shot stopper. I thought he had a great game today. Before they equalised, he made a fantastic stop, really solid hand. Their finish for their equaliser was, you couldn't do anything about that. It was a great goal. The equaliser was down the other end, so I couldn't see it, whether he dropped the ball or what happened. There was a lot of protests after it, which suggests to me they thought he was fouled, which is why he dropped the ball. Either way, and again, another great finish. So Joe Walsh, for me, he's my number one. I would keep playing him. And there's a lot of calls now to bring Nardi back in, but not for me. So let's go to right back. Mbenge, massive fan of Mbenge. I love him. I think he's brilliant. But that was it. That was just ridiculous. He was never. So he got booked in the first half. He had a good game. I'd love to see him cross earlier. I don't understand why we don't cross earlier. In my opinion, the way goals are scored in the Championship is from early crosses, and we just don't do that enough. We keep cutting back and passing back. Get your cross in, get your people in the box, and just try and make something happen. But back to him, from what happened today, he got booked obviously in the first half. He was never going to win that challenge in the second half. I don't know what he was thinking. Literally, he was never ever going to win that ball. I could see it immediately. It wasn't even a 50-50. It was a 70-30. So it was a booking that was always going to happen. He got sent off, and I mean, it's not his fault. I just don't understand the manager at that point where, like, he's got Ronnie Edwards on the bench. Why is he not taking off Kone or another striker? Well, just taking off Kone, basically, who at that point was rendered useless, because you've just got to tighten the back. Just take Kone off, stick Ronnie Edwards on, blanket the defence, and just try and hold out for the win. Senseless to me. I don't understand it, but, I'm not a football manager. Richard Dunn and Steve Cook, solid as always. I can't really fault them. They don't, Steve Cook obviously scored as well. That looked well rehearsed off the training ground, which was great to see. We definitely need to be more of a threat from corners. We seem to just ping it long. Jimmy Dunn just knocks it back into, if he can get a head on it, he just knocks it back into the danger area. We need to mix that up, and we did mix it up today, and that was a great goal. That looked like it was well rehearsed. Fantastic goal. So Steve Cook, Jimmy Dunn, fantastic. Reece, Norrington Davis. I didn't think he had his best game in the first half. I'm a massive fan of his. I think he's brilliant. I think his energy is awesome. I thought he gave the ball away a bit too much in the first half. Second half, I thought he was solid. Again, I just want to see him get crosses in quicker. I don't know why he's not. He's obviously told not to, because otherwise, surely you just ping that cross in. I mean, because I understand why I'll get to Paul Smith in a bit, but he's a natural left footer. If you get in a position to cross it, cross the ball, make something happen, take defences by surprise. That's how you score goals in the Championship. So anyway, we'll move on to the wingers now. So Paul Smith and Dembele. I've heard people having a go at Dembele. I thought he played great today. I thought he was fine. I thought he was fantastic. There's definitely games where he doesn't look like he's into it as much. I thought today was one of the games that he was into it. So I thought he was good. I thought he played really well today. Paul Smith, his first 5 touches were dreadful. But after that, like as always, he gave absolutely everything. He's a trier. He never stops. He's a great team player. Again, I just love him to get the cross in quicker rather than cut back. But the manager's making a right-footed play on the left and a left-footed play on the right. I've never liked that. I've never thought it works. I've never understood it. But that is what it is. You're never going to get a quick cross in the box if you're not playing on the side of your natural foot. You're always going to have to cut back in. I've never understood it. Central midfield was Madsen and Kieran Morgan. Madsen was, as always, a calming influence. I thought he played well. Couldn't find that killer ball today like he has been recently. Kieran Morgan, who I love as a player, he didn't have a great game today. I'm sure he would admit that himself. Gave the ball away a lot. Had a decent chance to score. But I was really, really pleased to see him get a start. I just wish he'd kind of taken advantage of that start a bit more. Because, like I say, I'm sure he'd admit himself he didn't have his best day today. But I hope he gets more starts in the future and he builds up that confidence. Because I don't want him to be a player that comes off the bench and makes an impact. I want him to be a starter because I think he's got a massive future and I really, 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 really like him as a player. And then Harvey Vale and Kone. Obviously, Harvey Vale wasn't really playing up front. He was like more, I suppose, a number 10. But he is quality. There's no doubt about it. He's quality. His goal was fantastic. He wins headers. He puts his foot on the ball. He looks to go forward, which is a great asset because there's too much going backwards for me in this league and from us as a team. So Harvey Vale, fantastic. Great to see him back. Great to see him fit. Richard Kone is becoming an issue. He's becoming an issue to the fans, and I don't like to see it, but I totally understand why he's becoming an issue to the fans because he's not obviously putting effort in. He's definitely putting effort in, but it doesn't quite look like it, and he's not holding the ball up. He's a big striker, and if you're not holding the ball up, you're not really doing your job. I don't want to dig him out because I think he's great, but he's not. The ball just keeps coming back off him, and his job as a striker is to be an outlet, and he's not an outlet at the moment. Like he's putting us back under pressure because the ball just bounces off him, and I think he does put a lot of work in. But I mean, he's a massive player. That's what I was saying. He's so strong, but he comes across quite weak. Like he doesn't seem to win many duels. He very, very, very rarely wins a header, and he can't hold the ball up. Clearly, he's a good finisher, and I just think he's very close to losing the fans. And I hate to say that, but I think I could hear it around me today. Like people are starting to get fed up with him because it's this visual not giving an effort, not putting enough effort in, and I don't know. He needs to put. I don't know what it is that needs to change, but it's very difficult. I mean, I don't know what. Yeah, he's the one that gives it the big whip up of the crowd, and every time he does that, I just think, yeah, we're here, but we need more from you as well, but he does put a lot in. He just seems to be a yard short of pace, and I don't know. Like I say, he's a great finisher. He scored the goal at West Ham, and I'll always remember that because it was absolute limbs. It was just a very, very disappointing day, really. To lose that game's crazy. But fair play to Wrexham. And I will say this, fair play to Wrexham. If any Wrexham fans are watching this, they're already in the comments having a go at me for saying that I haven't given them credit. I will give them credit on multiple ways. They rode the storm in the first half. They weren't great in the first half, but they rode the storm. And they got on top in the second half. And they took their chances. They scored 3 fantastic goals, great finishes. And the best thing I can say about them was there was no time wasting whatsoever. Even when they got level with us, no time wasting. And even when they got to 2-2, they grabbed the ball, stuck it back, and they wanted to get on with it. They wanted to win, and I think that's a great mentality, and I wish them the best for the rest of the season. Obviously, I'm massively disappointed in our performance, but I thought Wrexham were great. Fans were quiet, but I was tucked up in their heaven, so they might have been loud and I couldn't hear them. But all in all, disappointing game. Terrible start to the weekend. But we go again next week. It's only Coventry we've got to play, so should be an easy 3 points.